"Oh Allah, forgive me." Once, there was a young man named Safaruddin who lived in a small village surrounded by vast fields. He was known for his good nature and generosity, but he struggled with a deep secret, a past filled with mistakes and regret. One day, as he sat by the river, staring at the clear water, he whispered to himself, "Oh Allah, forgive me," remembering the decisions he had made that led him astray. Safaruddin had once been a man of faith, but over time, he had fallen into a life of worldly desires. He spent years chasing things that seemed important at the time: money, power, and fame. Yet, despite his success, he felt an emptiness in his heart. As he lay awake at night, the words echoed in his mind, "Oh Allah, forgive me," a prayer for redemption. One fateful day, a great storm hit the village, causing destruction and chaos. Many lives were lost, and the entire community was shaken. Safaruddin found himself helping the injured and mourning the lost. In the midst of the tragedy, he realized how fragile life was and how much he had neglected the true purpose of his existence. "Oh Allah, forgive me," he cried out, knowing he needed to change. Days turned into weeks, and Zafaruddin began seeking solace in prayer. He felt a burning desire to reconnect with Allah, but he didn't know where to begin. He was afraid that his past mistakes were too great to be forgiven. He would wake up before dawn, kneeling in the dark, whispering, "Oh Allah, forgive me," hoping his sincerity would reach the heavens. One evening, while walking through the village, Zafaruddin met an old man who had lived a life of wisdom and peace. The man noticed Zafaruddin's troubled expression and invited him to sit. After listening to his story, the old man smiled gently and said, "Never doubt the mercy of Allah. He forgives those who seek forgiveness with a sincere heart." With a tear in his eye, Zafaruddin repeated, "Oh Allah, forgive me," feeling a glimmer of hope for the first time. Inspired by the old man's words, Zafaruddin began to make amends for the wrongs he had done. He sought forgiveness from those he had hurt, gave charity to those in need, and spent his days in worship. But still, he struggled with guilt. "Oh Allah, forgive me," he prayed, hoping that his efforts would be enough to earn his redemption. Months passed, and Zafaruddin's heart slowly began to heal. One night, as he sat in prayer, a sense of peace washed over him. For the first time in years, he felt truly connected to Allah. His mind was no longer consumed by regret, and his heart was filled with gratitude. He whispered softly, "Oh Allah, forgive me," knowing that he had been forgiven. As time went on, Zafaruddin became a pillar of his community. He helped others find their way, sharing the lessons he had learned about faith and repentance. He encouraged others to turn to Allah in times of hardship, knowing that no one was beyond the reach of His mercy. And every day, as a reminder of his journey, he would say, "Oh Allah, forgive me," a prayer of humility and gratitude. One day, a young man approached Zafaruddin, confessing that he too had made mistakes and was seeking forgiveness. Zafaruddin smiled and embraced him, knowing that the cycle of repentance and redemption was endless. "Oh Allah, forgive me," he whispered once more, for he knew that the path to forgiveness was a lifelong journey. Years later, when Zafaruddin grew old, he found peace in his heart. He had lived a life of purpose, guided by faith and the constant reminder that Allah's mercy is infinite. As he lay on his deathbed, surrounded by loved ones, he closed his eyes and whispered, "Oh Allah, forgive me," knowing that his soul was ready to meet its Creator. Did you enjoy this story? If yes, then don't forget to like this video to show your support. For more exciting and engaging short stories, make sure to subscribe to 5-Minute Storybook and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story. And if you loved this tale, share it with your friends and family so they can enjoy it too. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more magical stories. See you in the next one.